What's up, guys? Iceman here. So it's been about 9 days since I've had coffee. Of course, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I had a sip of coffee yesterday, and it was interesting. Because I thought I'd like it, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I still feel like I'm gonna like it if I have some later today or tomorrow. But I don't know. It's a mixed bag. So yesterday, when I had this sip of coffee, came home with the women, it was about 3 in the afternoon. And the woman has been drinking coffee, but I haven't. Been missing that shit a lot. So I look down on the counter and there's a cup of coffee there with about this much in it. I look at it, and I look at her, and I look at the coffee, and then I look back at the woman, and she looks at me like she knows what's going on. Because she knows that I haven't had it in a while. So I grab that shit, and I down it. Down it quick. And you know what? I kind of got stuck on my phone after that, dog. I was like, all right, it's 3 in the afternoon. I'm going to get things done after I have this coffee. I mean, I haven't had any in 9 days, so I better make it worth it. But then I go on the couch. There's this couch in my living room that I often will relax on. I'll kick back, and sometimes I'll be on my ass for like an hour, just looking at the phone, looking at the video, things like that. So I found myself doing that more than I've done in the last several days, since basically I quit coffee. And I noticed, just sitting on my ass, I could feel my heart beating a little bit faster than usual. Just getting all excitable or some shit over nothing. And I don't think I was very productive that day. I was a little productive, but after the coffee, I barely did shit. Now here's what I've noticed for the days I've been off. I feel like when you're on caffeine, or when I'm on caffeine, it intensifies everything. Like you're driving in the car. You're thinking about some dumb shit you said the other day. Or you're thinking about some mistake you've made way back. Or you're thinking about a big decision that you're going to have to make that's coming up. And it seems to intensify that, like worry about it more. You think about it more. You focus on it more. But when I'm not on the caffeine, for the most part, one of those concepts crossed my mind. I just don't really give a fuck. I'm like, don't really give a fuck. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's not to say that I've been tired, because the reality is I've had more of a consistent level of energy throughout the day. Like last night, for example, well, I did have that sip of coffee, but I did a good arm workout in the gym here. Now the second day I was off coffee, I did work throughout the day, I stayed productive, and I got a decent workout in the evening. It was about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, in fact. And I wasn't concerned about those peaks and lows when you're on caffeine. I didn't feel like, well, I haven't had caffeine now for 4.5 hours, so I sure as fuck can't work out right now. That wasn't even part of the equation. I was like, okay, it's 7:30. I've done X, Y, and Z today, so I'm going to work out. and I got a workout in, man. And it wasn't that bad. I've read of folks complaining about how when you're on caffeine, it gets your heartbeat going. So it's already at an unnecessary pace before you even begin working out. So of course, when you begin working out, theoretically, you're going to get your heartbeat going even faster than when it was previous to that. So if you couple that with whatever the hell the caffeine's doing to you, it doesn't really seem like a win-win situation. So, and the sleep thing is important, right? I've been sleeping pretty damn good lately since I haven't been on caffeine. Now, it is tempting. I'm thinking about hitting some, I'm thinking about having some this afternoon, but maybe I'll have a small cup tomorrow, I don't know. But let me know where you guys are at when it comes to caffeine, and is it a vice for you, or is it an issue at all? Now, I wasn't too much into it. I was probably having 2 to 3 cups a day before I quit 9 days ago. So I wasn't having a ton of it, and if I were, it would of course be more difficult to stop. They say that it's important, if you're going to take a break from caffeine, to do it like on the weekend. Say that you're not very busy during the weekend. Say that you work Monday through Friday, right? You could quit caffeine Saturday morning. Just don't have any Saturday morning. Don't have any Sunday. And then get around to Monday and you'll start leveling off a little bit more. But it's really going to depend a lot on your general consumption of it and really how your body reacts. But let me know where you guys are at with that. And like I said, I might have a little bit more, I don't know, but what tends to happen with me is when I have the caffeine, it becomes a cycle. Like it's just never enough. And what was once 2 cups a day is now 3 cups a day, and it just continues, it starts to become a problem. And then of course you don't sleep as well, and sleep is really important. I think one of the detrimental effects of having the caffeine for me is that sometimes, it makes me irritable. And I question whether or not I'd be acting this way if I wasn't on caffeine, for example. Like say maybe I have a little less patience or a lot less patience. Maybe even on the road when I'm driving. I just feel like I gotta get where I'm going, and I don't feel as relaxed, so it could potentially be a danger, I think, in some situations, depending on how much one consumes. But I feel like I've also have had increased buying habits on caffeine. Like recently, I bought a Toyota Sequoia. It's a 2006. And it's a damn nice vehicle, man. Toyotas are tote as fuck. They're very reliable. And of course I paid it with cash, so I've never had a car payment before. Part of that is fortune, or luck rather, because my parents got me a car when I was 16 years of age. And ever since then I've just flipped it and bought another one, flipped it and bought another one. So I've just been in that cycle, and I never had a car loan. So it's been very nice. But my women and I, we've been sharing a vehicle for the last 2 years just because we're cheap. We sold off both of our vehicles and we bought what we thought was a good vehicle. And it is. It's a 2003 Toyota 4Runner. And it's been fucking reliable. We spent $150 on a serpentine belt replacement, which is just basic maintenance, I think. And that's the only maintenance that we put into it. But they're just very reliable in general, I think. From what I've read, they have a good longevity to them. They're very well designed and engineered in general. But did I really need that Sequoia? I don't know. It's fun to have it. It's nice to have it. It has a lot of headroom, which is primarily why I wanted to buy it. If you're 6'2" or taller, you're going to have a hard time fitting in a 4Runner. Especially one with a sunroof, because the sunroof takes up some space. There's more space on the roof, and it comes down a little bit to have the glass in between and all this. So it takes some of the headroom away. I've sat in one that didn't have a sunroof, and I almost wish I would have bought it. But my Sequoia does have a sunroof as well, and there's a lot of headroom. Well, a lot comparatively, right? I really would prefer a little bit more still, but I can sit more upright in that. So yeah, I mean, if you're 6'2" or taller and just kind of average proportions, I don't think I'd advise getting a Forerunner, because I'm, with shoes on, I'm 6'4", around 6'3" or whatever without. So it's a real bitch sitting in that Forerunner. Got to sit way back, and then the ceiling's like right up here. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I don't know. Would I have bought that Sequoia if I wasn't on caffeine? I don't know. I went back and forth for a couple days, ended up getting it. I'll show it off in a future video. It has very high mileage, but I was okay with that. I really didn't give a fuck. It seems like it was well taken care of. But let me know what your thoughts are on these matters. If you guys will, like the damn video. Become a patron if you want, and shit, if you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description where you can do that as well. And to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of in the mood for one, but I'm curious to see how it goes. Shit, maybe I'll make a video if I do have one. But I'll talk to y'all soon. Subscribe to this channel if you want as well. This is a new channel that I'm going to be putting other video types on, similar to this one maybe, and other things. So subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace be with you.